This summer, I was listening to a podcast while on a really long road trip. I got really into podcasts this year because they just kind of change it up a little bit. I've really only been listening to 3, but I keep on replaying their episodes over and over again. Most often it is from French Kiss Life, which is a podcast I've talked about before and is hosted by the lovely Tonya Leigh. In the episode I was listening to on this drive, which I can't remember the name of the episode, but she said a line that has stuck with me ever since. Stay on the mountaintop. She went on to explain how her friend had told her this at a time she really needed to hear it. Like I said, I can't remember what episode it was on, and I don't really remember what the subject was that her friend was saying this to her, but today I'm sharing with you what those 4 words mean to me. Hello, my name is Sarah, and here on Sarah Refined, we discuss self-development and how that encompasses the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial aspects of our lives. One thing I've learned in the last 5 years or so of doing this self-development and personal growth is that it's really difficult to not want to pull other people up with you as you grow. When I learn a new coping mechanism or I break down a new limiting belief, I immediately start looking at friends and strangers who might have similar aspects of those, and I want to share it with them. And I want them to feel the same way I did about it. But that's not often how it works out, because everyone has a different path that they grow on, and everyone has their own levels of growth and their own way. Some people learn something at 15 that other people don't learn until they're 55. That doesn't mean anyone's wrong, it's just a different level of growth, what is individually correct for you. I've come to understand that everyone grows in their own time and in their own way. And that brings me to the topic of today's video, staying on the mountaintop. In the last few years, but especially since starting my channel, I've had people in my life tell me that they think that I think I'm better than them, or that I should quiet my own growth and keep quiet about my own joys because it's making other people feel bad about themselves. It is in these moments that we realize we are on the mountaintop and we start climbing down to make other people more comfortable. We start descending so that other people don't have to climb up. Or we start descending to try and help other people up when maybe that's not what they want. Some people are really content with just climbing partway up the mountain and finding a nice spot to rest. Maybe they'll even camp there for a week or 2. And sometimes they just want to stop there and build the house because that's where they are comfortable, they like the view, and it just seems right for them at the time. That is great. I think we all need to stop on the mountain at some point and just enjoy it. Camp there, take in the view. But when that is no longer your path, you have to move on and you have to keep on climbing, even if everyone else is not. Because you wanted to climb all the way to the peak. You wanted to get up there and look over the valleys and all the other peaks that are just waiting out there for you. Now, the people who want to camp or live halfway on the mountain, or even at the bottom of the mountain, they aren't wrong, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have safety markers and places to go back to when there's blizzards or rock slides or storms. There are going to be things in life that push us back down that mountain, and having these friends or colleagues and people that know us and watched us go up, they're typically going to welcome us back in when we do need shelter or a place to just ground ourselves again. But these houses and friends are only safe if they are encouraging us to continue succeeding on our own goals while offering us a place of rest. They should be telling you you're welcome here anytime, but that's not your end goal. So when are you going to keep on moving on? Those are the ones who keep on asking us to think about our why. However, there are more people in this world and in our lives who are going to actually ridicule us for even attempting the mountaintop. And they're going to push their fears and their self-judgments onto you. These are the people I talk about when thinking of this stay on the mountaintop idea. They will tell you, don't go up. Safety isn't guaranteed. Who do you think you are and what are you trying to prove? Just stay here with us. You're happy. We're having fun. We're living our life and you should be living it with us. They'll say, I wish him the best of luck, but I don't know. Or they might hold some resentment and say, he is so annoying. He is just always trying to be better than everyone else. Or they might even say, okay, that didn't look so hard. Come on back down here. Give me a hand up. And it is in precisely those moments that you need to remember to stay on the mountaintop. Do not climb down to help others who are not climbing up to you. I'll touch more on that in a couple of minutes because this is not about cutting everyone off and making your own way. The old saying of if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. is very applicable here. So just hang tight and I will clarify this in a minute. The thing is, the people who are telling you to come back down because it's not safe or they don't think you can do it, sometimes those are the people with the best equipment and the perfect physique for this adventure. And you really want to encourage them because you can just already see their success if they would just try. But they don't want your encouragement because they don't want to go up to the mountain. And let me make this clear, this is okay. This does not make them lazy or uninspired or any of the other negative words that are associated with people who are comfortable being comfortable. Their reasons for staying down the mountain is up to them. And it's also none of your business. It only becomes your business if they tell you and they ask you for your help. In which case, they have now started climbing the mountain to try to meet you. Some people will be climbing up because they see you and they are admiring you or inspired by you. In those cases though, those people are trying to do their own journey and they are looking to you for support. They are not asking you to drag them up by the hand. That is the difference between people who are climbing up to meet you versus people who are standing below telling you kind of, come on down, like wait for us, you know? The other thing here, everyone's got their own mountaintop, but just because you've reached yours doesn't mean that there's not another one that somebody else is going for. So somebody else might surpass you with their goals or their success. And it is also your responsibility to not be standing there telling them like, hey, like I helped you up, I gave you this ladder, so you should wait for me. Wait till I reach you. You need to then also remember that you are going at your pace and they're going at their pace. Tonya once spoke about something really similar in an episode called Convincing Others versus Convincing Yourself. She said that in the Coast Guard, when there's a boat or whatever accident in the water, and when the helicopter is circling around, shining the light, trying to find people to rescue, they are given the instructions not to just rescue the people bobbing around in the water waving for help, but instead they are told to save the ones swimming towards the boat. So whether you are on land or at sea, stay on your mountaintop and help those climb who want to climb and save the ones swimming towards the boat, the ones who want to be saved. While keeping this in mind, you are going to reserve your energy for those who actually want it and need it, rather than those who need it but don't want it. What do you think about this? Are you staying on your mountaintop or are you finding yourself climbing down to help others? Maybe you have something to add to this, and if you do, I would love to hear your comments down below, or if you have any questions about something I said, leave them there and I will answer them as soon as I can. If you appreciated the advice in today's video, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps my channel and how the YouTube algorithm works. And speaking of algorithms, next week's video is going to be about the algorithm of life. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get an email as soon as that goes up. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember, when you improve yourself, you improve the world.